Hello everybody and welcome back to Ultimate Sims Guides. My name is Taylor for those of you that don't know, and in today's video we are going to be talking about the different woohoo locations in The Sims 4. But before we get started, please hit that big red subscribe button down below and join the Ultimate Sims Guides family. I would really appreciate it, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Being able to woohoo in the game has been in the Sims franchise since the beginning for 20 years now, and it's a really awesome way to fill your Sims' fun meter as well as build romantic relationships and help their social. So being able to woohoo is just awesome, and there are actually 16 different locations and different ways that you can woohoo in the game. So the first and most common way that you can woohoo in The Sims 4 is by using any regular double bed. This includes any of the beds that have come with any pack in the game. If they have to be a double bed, you can't woohoo in a single bed. That's uncomfortable even in real life. So when your Sims want to woohoo, they will go stand on each side of the bed, change into their pajamas for whatever reason from whatever outfit they were wearing, and you will see a ton of hearts flying above until eventually they both fall asleep for a second and one of them gets up. The next type of woohoo from the base game is using the backyard observatory that you can use to get the logic skill. Your Sims will go in through that little door in the observatory, and the giant telescope on top will shake and move as little hearts fly around until eventually the observatory can't handle it anymore and spins around like crazy as hearts fly around it, and then the Sims will come out looking a little exhausted. The next type of woohoo in the base game is woohooing in space. Now you need to build a rocket ship for this, but when you do woohoo in space, the spaceship will fly all the way up to the sky with little hearts underneath it, and eventually come back down with those hearts as well, and your Sims will get a moodlet from woohooing in space. You will also get one of the lifetime achievement badges if you manage to woohoo in space. The next type of woohoo that is now available in the base game, because they did add hot tubs on the 20th anniversary of The Sims, is woohooing in a hot tub. All you need for this is a hot tub and two Sims who want to get it on. While they are woohooing, the water flies around in beautiful heart shapes and does some crazy things as they are under the water, and sometimes you'll see the Sims pop up and make funny faces, looking a little bit scared, which worries me, but that's okay. This woohoo type was originally available only in perfect patio stuff, but has been added to the base game, so we don't want to talk about that, but that's fine. So now we're going to go into some of the expansion and game pack and stuff pack woohoos that we have. The first one we're going to talk about is woohooing in a closet from The Sims 4 City Living. When Sims woohoo in a closet, they will walk up to the closet, start making out outside of the closet, lean up against the door, and go inside. The closet will then move around like crazy with fireworks and hearts until eventually it looks like the door is about to break, and the Sims come out looking like they were running a marathon. The next woohoo type that we have comes from both Get Together or Jungle Adventure. There are two different kinds of this bush that you can have, so if you have either of those packs, you can have this one. This is when your Sims go into this bush and woohoo inside of it. You can also use this as a bathroom to pee or poop in. When your Sims are woohooing in the bush, it will shake and bounce and move around with tons of fireworks and hearts, and your Sims will look a little bit suspicious as they exit. We then have the sauna woohoo from The Sims 4 Spa Day. In this woohoo type, the sauna will get very steamy to the point where you can't actually see anything that's happening, which is good, and little steam hearts will fly up from the top, and you will just see the hearts show up, and then eventually the steam will dissipate and you'll be able to see your Sims kiss at the end. A woohoo type that was recently added with The Sims 4 Discover University is the ability to woohoo in a shower. With this woohoo type, you'll see the Sims kiss outside the shower, go in the shower fully clothed, and the shower will shake a little bit and you'll see tons of hearts flying around. And eventually the Sims will exit the shower looking excited but also exhausted after all of the fireworks. The next woohoo type comes from The Sims 4 Outdoor Retreat, one of the first pieces of downloadable content we got in the game, where you can woohoo inside of a tent. While your Sims are woohooing in a tent, the tent will shake and bounce, and there will be tons of hearts and fireworks, just like all of the other woohoo types. And eventually, your Sims will exit and sometimes even be attacked by bugs as they're done. Now, with The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs, we have this beautiful lighthouse in Brindleton Bay that you can go visit. Now, you can actually woohoo in the lighthouse as long as you go upstairs and are standing on this little platform. This is one of my favorite types of woohoo because of how crazy the lighthouse goes. Like, this lighthouse light is absolutely going insane. There's tons of little hearts all around and just like exactly what you'd expect from woohooing in a lighthouse in The Sims 4. And the door that you go into woohoo actually has 2 hearts over it, so that door is just for woohoo. Next, from The Sims 4 Island Living, we have the ability to woohoo in a waterfall. This is a really pretty woohoo to watch because all of the surrounding areas are really pretty. There's tons of vines, and the waterfall is just gorgeous. And as it's happening, you'll see all of the hearts coming up. I really do like being able to woohoo in a waterfall because it's just fun to watch, and I don't know, it's not that exciting. So the next woohoo location we have is in the money vault from The Sims 4 Get Famous. This one's a little bit ridiculous, but if you put enough money in the money vault, you will have the ability to woohoo inside of your money. So if your Sims are super wealthy and this is something they might be interested in, you should definitely check this one out. Because as they're woohooing, the money's going crazy and there are hearts everywhere. Next, we have the sleeping pod from The Sims 4 Get Famous, which is a weird addition to the game, and I don't really know many people that use this in their everyday gameplay as a bed or anything like that, but to each their own. But as you woohoo in the sleeping pod, you see a lot of hearts and pulses happening on top as the sleeping pod actually rises off the ground and shakes a ton until it eventually spins and your Sims get thrown onto the floor and then it will lower. And they look like they've had quite a bit of fun. Next, from The Sims 4 Seasons, we have the ability to woohoo in a pile of leaves. Now, to do this, you have to rake a lot of leaves. They'll start in a tiny pile, the pile will get a little bit bigger, until eventually the pile is this size where you'll be able to woohoo in the leaves. As it's happening, the leaves will shake what their mama gave them, and all of these hearts will fly up around the leaves. These Sims were even woohooing in the rain while in a pile of leaves, so it probably wasn't the most sanitary way to woohoo, but they look like they had a good time. In addition to double beds and sleeping pods, you can also woohoo inside of a coffin, and a lot of the animations are a lot like the sleeping pod, except this one likes to sway back and forth, and you'll see tons of like bats flying off and purple hearts instead of the regular pink hearts that we get with a lot of the other woohoo locations. This is great for any of your vampire Sims, and it just looks really funny as it spins and bats fly around and they fall onto the floor as the coffin will lower. You can also woohoo in your bat form if you've unlocked that from your vampire power points. If you have 2 Sims who both have the bat form, they are able to actually woohoo as bats, which looks pretty ridiculous. It looks like 2 bats are kind of wrestling in the air while a bunch of interesting hearts fly off of them. I think that's the weirdest woohoo location in the game, but it's a lot of fun. So there you have it. Those are all of the 16 woohoo locations inside of The Sims 4 and all of its downloadable content. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to hit that subscribe button to let me know that you enjoyed it, as well as give this video a thumbs up. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm, and I will see you guys next time. Enjoy your woohoo!